Hi, Ketchum Racing. Welcome back. Today is a very special day because today I'm here with Winner Circle's one and only Josh Lane. How's it going, Josh? It's great for you to be here. So I know it's your first year of Winner Circle. You know, you're getting acquainted with like all the schools that you have to go to every month. How is that for you?
It's been great. I've been getting to see so many different teams and seeing where people are at in their build and their marketing. And what's really cool is seeing the teams come together because it's not easy at first.
Yes.
Because it's like you have people that are getting to know each other and you have different styles going on, different communication styles. And everybody's coming together, though, around their team vision of winning, the Winner Circle.
Lime Rock.
At the end of the year, right?
Yes.
There could be only one. But everybody's contributing and everybody's growing through that. So it's super cool to see how that's motivating.
Got you. So I wanted to know, and probably the people that are viewing this, what did you do prior to joining Winner Circle?
Yeah, before this, I've had a career in mentoring other people of different ages. I've worked with youth, I've worked with teens, I've worked with adults, and a lot of what I've done has been in the wilderness. So teaching people how to step out the door with literally just a knife and then live for a week in the woods. I did a lot of that when I was in my teens and 20s with people, and then teaching people how to read the language of nature. Like for instance, like a little bird can save your life. A little bird can tell you that there's a lion in the bushes or a mountain lion, right? Or they can tell you where an animal is sneaking away. So I teach people how to listen to what's going on around them in nature and read the story, whether it's the birds or the footprints on the ground that an animal leaves, to know the story of that place. But the cool thing about that is that teaches you how to observe, right? To observe what's happening inside yourself, because it could be a story about a bird and a mountain lion, but it could also be a story about what we're telling ourselves, what we think we can do, or what we think we can't do. And when we can track ourselves, then we can start to open up our leadership potential. Because we're each a leader in our own life, and that's what I love about Winner Circle is everybody's learning how to step into that for themselves in a much deeper way here.
Yeah, so most definitely, I would definitely say your life skills that you definitely been teaching us, about leadership is not mainly something that is just front and center. There's many different styles. Like you said, a little bird can tell you, where to move, how to approach situations. So I know today you came in and you was talking to the marketing team and the build team about how you present yourself when you walk in the door. So I wanted to ask, why did you try to make that such a key message, to each of the groups?
When we look at a team, right, we're holding a vision of what we want to do, what we want to achieve. But to get there, there's 1,000 little steps on the way. And there's 1,000 moments where we can either connect with each other or not, right?
True.
And if we make the connection, we're going to lift up our team. Because you can feel it when you walk into a room and somebody's greeting you, they see you, they smile at you, they say, hey, welcome, come on, let's get started together, right? Versus walking in that door, and first of all, maybe you're not even there, you're just like thinking about something else, your head's down, you don't notice the people in the room. People can feel it if somebody walks in the room that way versus somebody who walks in and they know what they're stepping into, they know what they're bringing. So that's why I asked everybody that question today. I offered it as a practice. You guys walk in the room each time for Winner Circle, to think, take a pause, and step back and go, what am I bringing here today? Right? What am I bringing to my team today? Just doing that little moment of practice, because it's a practice.
Most definitely.
Right? It gets us into that space where we can help lift each other up. So every little moment like that counts.
I mean, hey, not everybody's Matteo Lundgren come in with energy every day. But outside of that, you said you did a lot of, mentoring, life skill work. It kind of falls back into my same question of why do you feel like it's important present? But this program is to build future teens into adult leaders and expand on what they learn from here into what they're trying to develop for the business world, build world. Why do you feel like that's important for future endeavors?
Right. Well, the journey of our life starts right now, right? all the experience we have coming to this moment. So it's like, if we want to see a better world, if we want to see people enjoying more connection with each other, right? That's a big issue right now. How do we connect? Right? How do we just be present, even when maybe it's something we don't agree on a viewpoint, but can we even hear the other person, right? Can we just show up as human beings together, right? And I think the path to creating a better world that's more equitable, that's more enjoyable for everybody, that's more respectful, so that we can actually work together, starts right now. It starts with how we learn to show up, work together on a team. You know, the car is a perfect environment for that because we create a team around it, and we've got all different personalities, right? We're not going to all agree with each other all the time. We're each bringing a different perspective. We're each bringing a different understanding with us, and a gift that we can bring, a strength we can bring, right? And maybe somewhere we can grow too. We can help each other grow. We can help each other by sharing our strengths. And so the car and then the marketing that goes around the car, building the brand of the team, these are all opportunities for everybody on the team to cultivate those skills that are going to bring us into the future in a powerful way. But it starts right now.
Yeah, most definitely, especially with developing our story for the year. I know our story is building community, and you know, all of that definitely ties together. So I want to say thank you for bringing those skills for, you know, our team. I'm gonna switch the narrative a little bit, because who wants to hear information all the time? Like, everybody doesn't want to sit around and, you know, hear all the informational talk. Even though it's important, you know, we want to hear about the fun things too. So once again, it's your first year. You probably had a couple stumbles, couple embarrassing moments. So what would you say is one time that you was like, I messed up like big, like it's crazy?
You know, there's a lot of disorientation, you know, learning to work in schools. Like, a lot of what I've done has been outdoor stuff. So I've been in an outdoor setting. So I'm coming into the indoor setting, just like finding my way around big schools. You know, it's like an interesting experience. Like, I got to get to this classroom and then that classroom. Like today, like I couldn't get a projector working. I have a whole slideshow set up and I can't get it working, right? So it's like, what do I do? Well, it's like, this is all leadership in the moment, right? Because it's like, I could either let that defeat me and be like, oh no, my whole thing's messed up, right? Or I could be like, all right, this is reality. I got a slideshow and I can't get it going right now, and I don't have time to find somebody else to help me do it. I got to roll with it, right? So I just show up and I start teaching, right? And just kind of rolling in the moment with my notes and what's going on, and forget the slideshow. It's not happening, right? But I got to make it work. So moments like that happen. We're just finding my way to the right place, getting to know everybody, all the staff, everybody. It's an experience, and like allowing myself that it's going to take me some time to do that. And each day I get it more in my body. I know exactly where to go, who to talk to about this or that. It's a process. So not letting myself get like weighed down by, oh, I don't know this or that yet. Well, I will, you know, I will get there. I'm learning piece by piece. So that's how I'm approaching it. So it's kind of like fun when those moments come up too, because then it's like I get to see myself and go, well, what am I going to do? How am I going to show up, right?
I mean, you improvise pretty well. I mean, you have the notes going. I see you going back into the notes, and then it just turned overall into a good lesson overall. I feel like everybody enjoyed it. You know, it's just something that overall brought up the team's morale. I definitely feel like we definitely needed that. But yeah, it was great. It was great to hear that. So also it being your first year, I'm gonna keep going back to this, keep bringing that same vibe here with the first year. Obviously your teammates, Pius, Mateo Banfo, Mateo Lundgren. Who would you say, Olivia, my bad. Who would you say, like, when you walk into, you know, your work field, who would you say is like the most outgoing, outspoken, like, person, you know?
Okay. So far I've gotten to work with Mateo Lundgren and Pius the most, right, out of the crew. I'm getting little doses of everybody. But when Pius walks into the room, I feel this real heartfelt attention. Like, he's tuning into everybody that's there in this really special way. He can just draw stories out of people, and he'll tell a story, and people they just like want to hear what he's saying, you know? It's just because it's coming from his heart in this powerful way and his experience. And then Mateo, when he steps in the room, he's got this energy. I mean, I come alive just next to him. Like, I think anybody who steps next to him, it's going to be like looking up to an outlet, and you're just like, whoa, because he brings it and he makes the choice. I know he makes the choice when he wakes up in the morning. That's how he wants to show up, to bring 150% to each moment. And because of that, he lifts the bar for everybody. Like, I feel myself being like, oh yeah, like what am I bringing right now? And I feel that ripple out. So that's how I see both of them kind of rippling out their essence, really who they are.
Yeah, got you.
Yeah.
So I have one final question for you because I don't want to keep you here long. I know you got other things going on in your day. Overall, within the first couple months of Winter Circle, and hopefully you're going to be here for a while because I would love to see you again next year. What would you say at the end of the year when your first year is done? How do you want the teens that you work with in all the schools to view you? And what would you say you're going to be most proud of at the end of the year when you're at Lime Rock, all the schools, all the different personalities that you've helped throughout the year? What is going to be that I made it moment for you?
My biggest hope for myself is that I can be seen as a resource, who's here, who's really present, and people know that when I'm here that I'm fully here with you, right? And that I can offer strategies, can help you think about your leadership skills, but also like that I'm offering invitations to help you to yourself as leaders, right? And just to know that I'm present. I feel like to know at the end of the year that I showed up every moment with full presence. And curiosity, that's the other one. I like to model curiosity because it opens up our minds and the potentials. It helps us see through old stories that aren't serving us. It helps us create something new. So that if I could model curiosity this year and look back and know that I did that consistently and encourage that, that would be huge. I would be very proud of that. And just to see at Lime Rock, when all the teams are there, to see with their cars and with their brand developed and their marketing developed, to know that each person there has had a chance to bring in their curiosity, to bring in their passion, and to play a role, and that these kinds of leadership skills we're developing together has helped everybody contribute to the team. That's me the biggest win right there.
Definitely sounds very impactful. It's probably not going to hit you until you're there, but I think you're doing a very great job right now. I definitely say you're one of the people. When you come in, it's definitely very fun to see you, see what you have for the day, But overall, you're doing good, Josh. I just want to let you know that I don't know if anybody's told you up forward. I feel like your vibe from everybody else is different. You come in, you're collective. You're somebody that's very soft-spoken, but even though you're soft-spoken, the messages that you bring out is powerful. So if nobody's told you that, I just want to let you know that. But with that being said, Ketchum Racing, I hope that you guys enjoyed the conversation that Josh had to offer today. Thank you once again for offering your time and your information to everybody watching. And I hope to see you again, Josh. Great conversations as always.
Thanks for having me.
And Ketchum Racing, I know I'm not in view, but I'm back. See ya on the next episode.